Good morning, everyone. Today in social science, let's learn a new chapter. Today we are going to learn about houses we live in. So, you know that we all live in houses. So, why do we need a house? We all are safe in our houses. So, houses protect us from rain, storm, thunder, and thieves. So, today we are going to learn about the different types of houses. You know that many materials are required to build a house. So based on the materials, the houses can be classified into two. They are Pakka houses and Kacha houses. So let's learn about them in detail. So first let's learn about a Kacha house. Here you can see a Kacha house. And you know what all materials are required to build a Kacha house? Dry leaves, mud, bamboo and straw are the materials required to build a Kacha house. So you all know what are dry leaves. So leaves that are dry leaves. And what about mud? You also know what is mud. And bamboo is a plant. What about straw? Straw are dried stalks of cereal plants. So cereals like plants, wheat, we have learned. So that plant when it's dried out, so the dried stalks of cereal plants are called straw. So these materials are used to build a Kacha house. Now you can see the roof of this house. So what is the roof of a house? The upper part of the house is the roof. So how the roof is made in this picture? The roof is made with dry leaves or straws. So this type of roof is called a thatched roof. Next, let's learn about Pakka house. So let's see what all materials are required to build a Pakka house. Materials like bricks, cement, iron, wood, sand, steel are required to build a Pakka house. So you can observe how your house is made. What all materials were used to build your house. Now let's learn about different types of houses. So people live in houses and people live in different places. So according to the places, there are different types of houses. So let's learn in detail about them. First, let's learn about a flat. A flat is a multi-storied building where so many families live. So what do you mean by a multi-storied building? Multi-storied means there are so many floors on this building. So that is why it's called a multi-storied building. So here you can see the picture of a flat. Next is a duplex house. A duplex house is a building with two flats. It will be either side by side or one on top of the other, but it will be having separate entrance. So here in this picture, you can see separate entrance. So such type of houses are called duplex house. Next, let's learn about a bungalow. A bungalow is a single story building and there will be lawns in front of this type of house. So such type of house are called bungalows. Next, you can see the skyscrapers. What do you mean by skyscrapers? These types of building seem to touch the sky. So they are called skyscrapers and they are also multi-storied building. Next, let's learn about a log cabin. This type of houses can be seen in forest or mountain areas. And see how these houses are built? They are built using logs of wood. So do you know what is a log? Log are pieces of trunk. We have already learned what is a trunk. The stem of a tree is called a trunk. So the pieces of this trunk is called log. And these type of houses are built using logs of wood. And you can see the roof of this house. It is sloping. Where there is heavy rainfall or snow, the water easily slides off in this type of roof. So this is a log cabin. Next, let's learn about a stilt. In places where there is heavy rainfall, the ground is collected with water and in some places it gets flooded. So people in such places build stilt houses. These houses are built on logs of wood or on long posts to avoid water getting into their houses. People living in areas where there are heavy rainfall, they use the stilts. Next, let's learn about an igloo. Where there is heavy snow, people use this igloos. So you know how these igloos are built? Igloos are built using blocks of snow and they are in the shape of a dome. So igloos are built using blocks of snow and they are usually in the shape of a dome. So people living in cold areas use igloos. Next, let's learn about movable houses. So what do you mean by movable houses? Movable houses can be moved from one place to another. Now what about your house? Can it be moved? No. So today let's learn more about this movable houses. See, here you can see a houseboat. So you know where you can find a boat. A boat usually floats on a river or sea. So these houses are built on boats. So these type of houses are called houseboats and they can float on water. So people can travel from one place to another on these houseboats. Next type of movable house is tent. So a tent is a temporary house and it is used to camp outdoors. It is usually made of plastic or canvas cloth. Soldiers, people in circus use these tents and whenever they move from one place to another, they take this tent also with them. The next type of movable house is caravans. Caravans are houses on wheels. So there will be a vehicle to pull this caravan. So here you can see the picture of a caravan. So these are the different types of houses. So we learnt about a kacha house, pakka house, the materials required to build these type of houses, and we also learnt about the different types of houses. Now you can open your text and turn to page number 25. So let's read what's given there. Here you can see some pictures are given. Let's look at the first picture. Adi lives in a flat in the city. So it's told that Adi is living in a flat and it is in a city. In the second picture, you can see his friend Smita lives in a duplex with a garden. So Adi's friend is Smita and she lives in a duplex house. The third picture, you can see he gets to live in a mud house when he goes to his village. So whenever Adi goes to his village, he lives in a mud house. And in the fourth picture, you can see last year he went on a vacation with his family and stayed in a tree house. So last year he went on a vacation with his family and he stayed on a tree house. So these are the different types of houses. Below it, you can see a question there. Let's get started. What kind of house do you live in? Describe it in one sentence. So what type of house, what kind of house do you live in? Write about it in one sentence. Next, let's move on to the exercise part. First, we have the question answers. You can write it down in your notebook. So take your notebook, write today's date and the heading houses we live in. Now write question number 1. And the question is, what are the different types of houses? And the answer, tent, igloo, stilts, flats, houseboats are some of the different types of houses. The second question, what is a tent? And the answer, tents are temporary building used to camp outdoors. Third question, what is an igloo? And the answer, an igloo is a type of house built of snow, often in the shape of dome. Fourth one, what is a stilt? And the answer, stilts are houses raised on piles for protection against flooding. Fifth question, what is a houseboat? And the answer, a houseboat is a house on boat in which people live in. So these are the question answers. Write it down in your notebook. Next, we have the exercise part in our text. So you can turn to page number 30. So let's read it out. Given below are some materials used for building houses. Write K for the material that is used for building a kacha house and P for the material that is used for building a pakka house. So here some pictures are given. What you have to do? These are the materials used for building houses. So identify whether it's used for building a kacha house or a pakka house. So if it is used for a kacha house, we have to write K there. If it is used for building a pakka house, we have to write P there. Pause the video and try to do it. So hope you have done. Now let's check the answers. So the first one is mud and it is used to build a kacha house. So you can write K. Second is straw. It is also used to build a kacha house. There also you can write K. Third one is cement and cement is used to build a pakka house. So there you can write P. Next you can see bricks. Bricks are used to build a pakka house and you can write P here. Next picture is of bamboo and bamboo is also used to make a kacha house. So write K there. And in the last picture you can see iron. Iron is used to build a pakka house. So write P there. Next exercise. Write the names of the houses given in the pictures below. Which of these houses can float on water? Discuss in class. So here you can see some houses are given. So first write their names and now you have to tell which house float on water. So first let's write the names of these houses. The first picture, it is log cabin. So write down log cabin under this picture. Next you can see the picture of a stilt. So write here stilt. Third one, it's a picture of igloo. So write below that igloo. And the fourth one is a houseboat. So write there houseboat. Now which of these houses can float? Yes, houseboat is the one which can float. Moving on to the next one. Study the given image. Do you think that the children are safe in their caravan? Discuss with your elbow partner. Now look at this picture. Do you think that the children in this caravan are safe? You can see that the children have put their arms outside. So is that safe? No. So whenever you're traveling in a vehicle, you should not put your hands or head outside. So here in this picture, the children are not safe. Next we have think it over. You have studied about different types of houses in this chapter. Which type of house would you enjoy living in the most and which one would you not like to live in? Give reasons for your choice. So we have learned about different types of houses. Now think, which type of house would you like to live in and which type of house you would not love to live in? So write there your answer. Next, we have the activity corner. In that, first you have make a scrapbook. Make a chart titled My Home. Mention what kind of house you live in and the main materials that were used to build it. Also, mention the number of rooms it has and which one of them is your favorite and why. So here, make a chart titled My Home. So you can take a chart and draw a picture of your house. Now mention what kind of house you live in and the materials used to build it. You can also mention the number of rooms and which room is your favorite. Next, we have the life skills. Observe how your parents help each other in keeping the house clean. Enact the role of your father or mother and tell your class why we should keep our homes clean. So you all live in your houses and you can see your father and mother cleaning the houses. So it's your duty also to help them in cleaning the house. Do you know why we should clean our house? A clean environment helps us to stay fit and healthy. So from today onwards, you can also help your parents in cleaning the house. Next, we have Let's Explore. Read the story, The Three Little Pigs, using the following link. Discuss what you learned from the story. So it is about the story, The Three Little Pigs. All of you, please try to read the story, The Three Little Pigs. Next, you have an activity to do. Write about your home and the materials used for building it. So observe your house and what all materials were used to build it, you can write it down. And with this, we finish our chapter, Houses We Live In. We'll be meeting in the next class. Thank you.